Is this LeBron James's last dance? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my series where I've been breaking down each individual NBA team one by one to give an analysis on their roster and the transactions they've made this summer to give viewers an understanding on how I think their favorite teams will perform this upcoming season. The team we'll take a look at today is the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers won 43 games last season to finish in the 7th spot in the Western Conference. This meant that they would have to play in the play-in tournament to get through to the NBA playoffs. So in the play-in tournament, they were matched up against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they won that game in a tightly contested contest that ended in overtime behind 30 points from LeBron James. In the first round, the Lakers were matched up against the Memphis Grizzlies. They won Game 1 in blowout style, but the Grizzlies hit back with a gut punch, a blowout victory in Game 2, but the Lakers didn't blink, winning 3 out of the next 4 games to win the series and advance to the next round. In my opinion, that series will be known more for Dillon Brooks' trash-talking tactic that backfired against LeBron James than the games played on the court. Next, the Lakers were tasked to play against their Northern California rivals, the Golden State Warriors, who were also the defending champions. So the Warriors and Lakers, the Warriors were the higher seed, so they had home court advantage, but that didn't matter because the Lakers in Game 1 came out with a bang, beat the Warriors. The Warriors responded though in Game 2, winning resoundingly, but then the Lakers would go on to win 3 out of the next 4 games yet again and win the series. Many people had doubted the Lakers. They expected the Lakers not to beat the Warriors, but the Warriors just were not good enough in this series against a Laker team that was led by LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Strong play by Austin Reeves as well, so excellent win for them. In the next round, however, they were tasked to play against the Denver Nuggets, who had just been destroying teams thus far in the playoffs, and unfortunately that did not change. The Nuggets offense led by Jamal Murray as well as Nikola Jokic was just too much for the Lakers to stop. They did play 3 out of the 4 games to be very close, but unfortunately they were not able to prevail, getting swept in 4 games. Overall, I believe the season was a major success for the Lakers. They didn't have a lot of expectations coming into the year. They weren't a championship favorite, and they were able to define the expectations, and I think it was a great season. First, looking at the offseason by the Lakers, we look at the 2023 NBA draft, and in that draft they had the 17th pick. They drafted Jalen Hood-Schifino. He was from the University of Indiana, where he played just 1 year. He was a one-and-done prospect. He averaged 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists on 42% from the field and 33% from 3. He does not figure to be heavily in the rotation in his rookie year. Then we look at the Lakers' second-round pick, which they used to draft Mojave King, but they traded his rights to acquire Maxwell Lewis. Lewis was a 2-year player at the University of Pepperdine. In his second season, he averaged 17 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and nearly a block and a steal a game. He showed some good defensive promise, but he won't be in the rotation to start the season. Next, the Lakers signed Taurean Prince to a 1-year, $4.5 million contract. Taurean's a veteran that's bounced around, but he was last with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Taurean is a 3-and-D wing that has shot 37% from 3 in his career. I believe he will battle for the starting spot to play the 4, but regardless of whether he starts or comes off the bench, he'll have a prominent role this season. Next, the Lakers signed Gabe Vincent to a 3-year, $33 million deal. This was unexpected by many, as the Lakers were not connected to Gabe in the onset of free agency, but they get him at a very good price. Gabe had shown that he was improving, as he averaged 9 points per game in the regular season, but come playoff time he was up to 13, and then in the conference finals is where he really did shine. He had averaged 16 points while shooting over 50% from 3, and he will back up D'Angelo Russell at point guard. LA also re-signed Rui Hachimura to a 3-year, $51 million deal. They had acquired him last year from the Washington Wizards, and he had panned out to be an excellent addition. He averaged 12 points, 4 rebounds on 54% from the field and 49% from 3 in the postseason, being a very valuable addition. The Lakers re-signed D'Angelo Russell to a 2-year, $36 million contract. Russell's market really never materialized, and they were able to get him at a very cheap cost. D'Lo with the Lakers last year averaged 17 points and 6 assists, while shooting 48% from the field and 41% from 3. Still just 26 years old. He'll be the starting point guard and play a prominent role in Los Angeles' offense. LA re-signed fan favorite Austin Reeves to a 4-year, $54 million deal. This was the most they could hand him due to the CBA restrictions, but Austin definitely deserved it. In year 2, he took a big step from year 1, where he averaged 13 points per game with 3 rebounds, 3 assists, while shooting 53% from the field and 40% from 3. He backed that up by being part of USA's FIBA team in the World Cup, where he averaged 14 points while shooting 57% from the field and then 50% from 3. An excellent player and a great move to lock up the starting shooting guard of this basketball team. The Lakers made a trio of moves to sign Cam Reddish, Jackson Hayes, and Christian Wood, all to the veterans minimum. All 3 have been very good players throughout their career, and this is great value again by Rob Pelinka and the Los Angeles Lakers. So first, Cam Reddish. He really struggled to get a lot of playing time the past year and a half with the New York Knicks, but then when he was traded to the Portland Trailblazers, he was able to show some of his skills, where he averaged 11 points, 3 rebounds, while shooting 44% from the field, while also racking up over a steal per game. He's expected to be a depth piece and will not be in the rotation very likely. Then we move on to Jackson Hayes, who spent the first 4 years of his career with the New Orleans Pelicans, where he averaged 7.5 points and 4 rebounds in limited minutes. He's a very good athletic big, but he too won't be in the rotation to start the season. Finally, we move to Christian Wood, who is shown to be an extremely fantastic player. For some reason, his market didn't materialize, and he was available to really be out there on the cheap. He averaged 17 points, 7 rebounds, while shooting 52% from the field and 38% from 3. He'll be an excellent backup for AD anytime he needs rest or to manage his load. Christian Wood will be that guy available. He can stretch the floor. He can shoot the ball. He's also a very good shot blocker. So this will be definitely a very, very big add for the Los Angeles Lakers. And then the Lakers handed out 2 very important extensions to guys that are part of the future. So first, Anthony Davis, he was given a 3-year deal for $177 million. AD had a career year last year after 2 down seasons. He averaged 26 points with a career high 12.5 rebounds and a career high 56% from the field. AD's back. He's ready. He's healthy. He's motivated, and he's ready to dominate. Next, the Lakers gave Jared Vanderbilt a 4-year, $48 million contract. They acquired him last year at the trade deadline from Utah, and he was a great fit as a very defensive-minded forward. He averaged 8 points and 8 rebounds last season, while shooting 56% from the field and 32% from 3. He's a guy that, is battling to get the last starting spot for the team. But regardless of whether he starts or plays off the bench, he'll be a very important asset to this team as a guy that is a very good defender. The Lakers had a very busy offseason. Just hearing some of the commentary I'm making, Rob Pelinka, I think he deserves a lot of credit for some of the moves that he made and the way he's been able to improve this team by adding key rotational level guys as well as re-signing some of his own guys. And he's got some great value this summer. And in my opinion, at the end of the day, it's still on the shoulders of LeBron James. Even at the age of 38, he'll be 39 pretty soon. He's a guy that, the team needs to continue to carry the load, but he's got a lot of help. I think this will be the year where LeBron and AD click again, and they're on pace for a very long playoff run. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. Thank you so much.